I was wrong about self-improvement. Over the past couple of years, I have made various videos saying that self-improvement was dead and it wasn't coming back. Well, I'm here to tell you today that I was wrong. Now, a big part of the reason why I believed that self-improvement was dying was because, quite frankly, my channel was dying. My channel wasn't getting the views that it once got, and as a result, I jumped to the big conclusion that self-improvement as a whole, as a way of life, was dying out amongst young men. And this could not be further from the truth. Pretty much no self-improvement YouTuber is going to get as many views as an entertainment-based channel with the same amount of subscribers. So for example, I have 162,000 subscribers as I'm filming this video. A channel that has 162,000 subscribers but makes entertainment videos is generally going to get more views. The reason why this is because most people want to be entertained. Most people would rather feel good for a day than live good for a lifetime. That is why not only my channel, but pretty much no self-improvement channel gets as many views as the entertainment-based channels. Now, here's the thing. A lot of self-improvement content, another reason why we don't get as many views, is because our content tends to be kind of repetitive. Not just in the context of one channel, where you see me talking about the same few topics over and over and over again, but also across the whole entire niche. Generally, self-improvement content creators are saying different variations of the same thing, the same few things. Instant gratification, discipline, focus, etc. Here's the thing about that. When I was younger, I used to think that repetition was a bad thing. And I still get comments to this day, at least as I'm filming this video, that tell me that I'm too repetitive, that I'm just making the same video over and over and over again. But I submit to you that I'm not saying the same few things enough. You see, what I've realized is that whenever I want to learn something new, I'm watching at least 50 to 100 videos about that same thing over and over until I find the few common denominators that allow me to advance. Until I find those fundamental truths that give me a foundation on which I can build. I'm reading books, I'm taking courses, I am inundating my mind with content pertaining to whatever that subject matter might be. And it's going to get repetitive. That's the point. That is the point. Listen, a big mistake that I made when I was younger, because I thought that repetition was bad, was once I felt like I already got it, I already knew it, I would stop consuming content about it. And because of that, I became very complacent. I became very complacent in life because I wasn't conditioning my mind. And as a result, I ended up going homeless. I ended up going homeless because I became complacent. And complacency in the realm of self-improvement is pretty much a death sentence. If you become complacent, meaning that you stop consuming the information while you also put it into practice, you are going to end up down and out. You're going to end up watching those entertainment videos again because you're going to forget all of the things that you've learned. If I told you to tell me about what you learned in math class 5 years ago, you'll probably fail to remember what you learned because you haven't taken that class. And you probably don't apply the stuff that you learned either because, again, you don't learn the stuff anymore, so you forgot it. How can you apply it if you've forgotten it? In other words, self-improvement content is repetitive, and that is the point. The whole point is to take those few key truths and apply them consistently over and 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 over again. You're like, damn, Jordan. Yeah, I know. That's the point. It's supposed to be repetitive to the point of discomfort. Once you become comfortable repeating those same few actions, then you progress to the next level. But generally speaking, self-improvement based progression is going to be you applying the same few principles at a higher level. So for example, let's say with working out. If you're working out consistently in the gym, then you're going to do the same few workouts. Generally speaking, you're going to do the same few workouts, but you're going to keep adding weight. I do the same workout every time I go to the gym, and I've been doing it for over a year. It works. It works. It's not exciting, but it works. The same workout. If I want to get more muscular, if I want to get stronger, I add more weight. I add more reps, I add more sets. But the workout itself remains the same. Going to the gym is not dead. Working out is not dead because I still do it. And I still consume content about it to keep myself inspired. People say that motivation is useless. I disagree. I believe that you should motivate yourself every day by consuming content that motivates you to take the action that you need to take. Of course, discipline should be the primary driver of your action. It should become habitual at a certain point. But I believe that you should enjoy doing what you do. And the best way to do that is to motivate yourself by watching self-improvement content. I still watch videos about topics that I already know about because I need to be reminded. I need to be reminded because if I don't remind myself of that information, I'll be reminded of what happens if I don't consume that information. Now listen, there is no finish line. Okay, a lot of people, the reason why they stop consuming self-improvement content or the reason why they think self-improvement is dead is because they assume they've reached a point where they no longer need it. The problem is there is no finish line. There is no finish line when it comes to this self-improvement game. Why is that? Well, generally speaking, self-improvement is going to help you advance in one of three categories, if not all three: fitness, finance, and females. And guess what? All three of those categories are infinite games with no finish line. There's no magical number where when you reach that dollar amount, you suddenly stop conducting business. You just keep going. When you get a girlfriend, you don't just stop there. You have to continue nourishing the relationship. Whenever you're in the gym and you build your dream body, you don't stop there. You keep going. Because if you stop putting in the work, the results that you've gotten are slowly but surely going to disappear from your life. Again, I learned this the hard way. I'm in great shape right now. If I stop going to the gym for a year, rest assured that all of the gains I've made will disappear. All of the gains I've made will disappear, and then I'll be right back to square one, watching the same content that I should have been watching from the get-go. The point that I'm making is that self-improvement is not dead. Self-improvement is only dead to the people who are not actually in it for the long run. Those are the people who have the finish line mentality that think that they're going to achieve their goal and then they'll be able to relax. I know this because that was me when I was younger. That's not how it works, bro. Life keeps going. Life is going to keep advancing whether you advance with it or not. And if you don't advance with it, if you're staying stagnant, you're regressing because everything around you, including me, everything around you is advancing constantly. It's improving. Life is constantly improving. You can always get better. There's always room for improvement. One of the most interesting comments that I see on my channel is when people say they miss Prime Jordan. That blows my mind. I'm 24. I'm not going to hit my prime for probably another 40 years, bro. Another 30, 40 years, give or take. I'm not going to hit my prime until I'm at least double the age that I am now. There is no Prime Jordan. You haven't met Prime Jordan yet. I'm still warming up. I haven't even started the race yet. I am still warming up. The only reason why people think like this is because, again, they have the finish line mentality. They're thinking in terms of what I've accomplished and they think that I'm done. But that's not how it works, bro. I am not done until the day that I leave this earth. I am not done because the only finish line is death. Again, if you have the finish line mentality, then you basically are giving yourself a death sentence. Stop thinking in terms of Prime Jordan or Prime Ice Cold JT, Prime Hamza, or Prime you. Because knowing my demographic, you're probably somewhere between 16 and 24 years old. You aren't even halfway to your prime yet. You aren't even at the starting line yet.